Was it deliberate? At first, police thought it was a tragic accident.
The girlfriend accused of crashing her car into a tree to kill her boyfriend in a jealous rage.
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash.
And too soon?
The epic debate: start spreading Christmas cheer now or wait until after Thanksgiving.
Guys,
We haven't even had Thanksgiving yet.
and 20 days of hell. Lost in the wilderness for all that time. Freezing, running out of food.
I'd eat 6 or 8 nuts.
The message he left his daughter when he was rescued.
Oh, God, thank you, Lord.
Plus, what are the odds? First, Dad catches the World Series homer. Then his son does the same. A $2 million windfall. So why is he so upset?
These baseballs represent heartbreak to you.
Then, secrets of the ER. Tips on how to get in and out of the hospital. Straight from an ER nurse.
There's a few simple things that you can ask yourself.
And hot golfer in tears.
I don't normally do this.
What made her choke up?
This hate, for some reason, just been really hitting home for me.
Plus, it's back. The return of Jennifer Lopez's history-making green Versace dress. Now, Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. It was a horrible car crash with a couple trapped in the wreckage. Cops investigated it as an accident until the boyfriend woke up in the hospital, and what they say he told them is shocking, accusing his girlfriend of intentionally crashing their car in a jealous rage. Les Trent has the details.
A young couple has been in a horrible car accident. Police say this Honda was going 95 miles an hour before it slammed into a thicket of mangrove trees. 24-year-old Leah Mumby is screaming for help. She believes her boyfriend, 22-year-old Daniel Waterman, is dead. Leah is not aware that Daniel's iPhone has automatically called 911.
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone.
Daniel took the brunt of the crash sitting in the passenger seat, suffering a broken neck and back. Doctors put him in a medically induced coma. At first, police thought it was a tragic accident. But then, in a moment straight out of a movie, when Daniel Waterman woke from the coma, he told them it was not an accident. He couldn't speak, but with the help of a special letterboard, he slowly printed out a tale that has heads spinning. His girlfriend, he wrote, tried to kill him. He communicated that Leah had just told him she was pregnant. He said she was also jealous about texts he'd received from another woman. Then, he literally spelled out for them that Leah drove off the highway and slammed into the trees on purpose. I don't care what happens, you'll get what you deserve, he quoted her as saying. After 8 months of battling to stay alive, Daniel died. I spoke to his mother and aunt.
It was something that was so heartbreaking as a mom. It's like, how could someone do this to my son?
Leah Mumby was arrested as she arrived at the hospital to visit Daniel. The charge, vehicular homicide.
There's no doubt in my mind that it was anything but an intentional accident.
Leah Mumby has pleaded not guilty to vehicular homicide. She reportedly told cops she didn't remember anything leading up to that crash. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but is it too soon? Across the country, as soon as the last piece of Halloween candy was handed out, the Christmas decorations appeared. As Stephen Fabian reports, it's a huge debate. Should you start spreading Christmas cheer now or at least wait till after Thanksgiving?
Is it way too early to deck the halls? Christy Hemrick and her husband David don't think so. Their home on the Upper East Side of Manhattan is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You guys are already set up for Christmas? What the heck happened?
Well, we gave out 1,800 pounds of candy, and so once we gave it that last piece of candy, we were like, let's change it.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
So literally, on November 1st, what were you guys doing?
6:30 a.m. we were out here taking down the Halloween and putting up Christmas.
And they're not alone. Lots of homeowners across the USA have torn down their Halloween decorations and started filling their homes with Christmas holiday cheer. But is it too soon? It's the big debate gathering steam coast to coast. Decorate for Christmas right after Halloween or follow tradition and wait until after Thanksgiving. It's kind of split down the middle. 42% of Americans are saying, humbug, it's way too early. 46% say it's the right time.
I think I'm the only person alive that just wants November to be November and not Christmas November.
Stop rushing Christmas. It is too early. We have to celebrate Thanksgiving first.
What do you say to the critics out there who are like, guys, we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet?
Our neighbors enjoy it, and it's just something happy.
Yeah.
So why not bring a little happiness? Merry Christmas!
Yep, in November.
Get this, one survey found 45% of Americans say Christmas decorations should stay up all year round. 20 days of hell. A man went out on a short hunting trip but didn't come home. As hours turned to days, his family got more and more panicked. Temperatures dropped below freezing, he didn't have a lot of food, and he had underlying health issues that made surviving in the wilderness even more challenging. Now, he's telling Jim Murray how he survived.
This man is setting off on what he planned as an enjoyable half-day excursion in the woods. It turned into a 3-week nightmare that left him fighting for his life.
I go, Lord, I'm not ready to die.
65-year-old Ron Daly went on the solo hunting trip in the Sierra National Forest in central California, but he says he took a wrong trail and his pickup truck couldn't make it back up the hill. Then a storm hit, covering his truck with 2 feet of snow.
I just stayed in the truck, sat in my driver's seat, and started my truck up 2 or 3 times that night to stay warm.
Did you have no cell service?
No cell service.
Daly says he waited for the snow to melt, but the days passed with no luck. He started to ration what little food he had.
I'd eat a couple little pieces of jerky and 6 or 8 nuts. And that's all I'd eat every day.
Ron Daly tells me he tried firing his gun into the air in hopes someone would hear it and come rescue him. But again, no luck. After 20 grueling days, he says he realized he had to hike out.
The Lord touched me on the forehead in the morning at 6:45 in the morning. I woke up. He goes, get your boots on. Let's go. We're going to be walking. I told the Lord, I go, I will not kill no more of your animals if I get back.
9 hours later, he ran into 3 hunters.
I looked up, and there was a truck about 100 yards from me.
This photo shows him being loaded into an ambulance. Daly's daughter recorded the message he left her from the hospital.
There was a car with headlights on it. And I go, oh, God, thank you, Lord.
A 20-day nightmare with a happy ending.
Daly lost a total of 25 pounds while stranded in the wild. It's a high-stakes election day as voters in a number of states head to the polls for the first time since Donald Trump returned to the White House. And all eyes are on the race for mayor of New York City. The frontrunner has some fleeing the Big Apple for life in the suburbs. Ann Ricogliano tells us why.
Zohran Mamdani may be the man of the hour, but hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers say they'll flee New York City if he becomes mayor. Real estate agents in the city's suburbs say they're being inundated with inquiries from so-called Mamdani refugees, and they're flocking to open houses ready to pay top dollar.
We started getting calls from buyers, concerned about safety and concerns about the mayoral election.
I spoke with realtors at an open house today.
These millennials are suddenly waking up saying, we gotta get out of here.
President Trump is making a last-ditch effort to thwart Mamdani, even endorsing his longtime adversary, Andrew Cuomo.
What are you voting for? I'm still deciding.
The Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa is a distant third in the polls. The election is being closely watched across the USA. Stephen Fabian spoke with CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
Suddenly, Trump comes out and endorses Andrew Cuomo. Were you surprised by that?
It's sort of a devil's bargain that he's making here. Yes, back my former nemesis because he's the safer bet versus this untested 34-year-old assemblyman who's never had this kind of a job.
And what are the odds? A father and and son were in the stands at the nail-biting Game 7 of the World Series, and both caught very valuable home run balls. They should be ecstatic, right? So why are they telling Allison Hall they're upset?
It's one of the strangest feats in sports history. A dad catches the game-tying home run ball in Game 7 of the World Series. Then 2 innings later, his son catches the game-winning home run ball.
I go, this can't be happening. No.
Why is this guy moaning about the baseballs that could net him $2 million plus? Turns out John Baines and his son Matthew are lifelong Toronto Blue Jays fans. John says he had a bad feeling before the game that a Dodgers home run would land in his lap.
I had this gut-wrenching, unsettling feeling.
Yep, he catches it, and boy, does he look upset. He says when he saw another home run ball rocketing towards them again, this time in the 11th inning, he couldn't believe it.
It's coming towards us again. Clears the fence. Home run.
You can see his son Matthew reaching out for the catch.
This is the first ball that I got from Rojas. It says official ball 2025 World Series at the bottom. Then this is the ball that Matthew caught. Same thing as the World Series ball.
These baseballs represent heartbreak to you.
It does. It does.
Despite his potential financial windfall, John says he would have rather seen his beloved Blue Jays win the World Series.
It's so heartbreaking.
To give you an idea how much those balls are worth, a Grand Slam World Series ball that went up for auction last year sold for $1.6 million. She's as famous for her sexy photo shoots as she is for her swing. Now, pro golfer Paige Spiranac is in tears as she talks about being targeted by trolls.
Paige Spiranac wipes tears from her eyes in this emotional video she just posted.
I don't normally do this, but this hate for some reason has just been really hitting home for me.
The sexy 32-year-old golfer and social media sensation says she's being attacked after appearing at this Barstool Sports golf tournament taking place in Missouri. All Paige cares about is how revealing her outfit is. She's not even attractive, goes one nasty dig. You're a pitiful example of a woman and an athlete, says another. Paige has made a national name for herself for her provocative poses.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige Spiranac and I'm with the Super Bowl cheerleaders today.
Paige also served as Inside Edition's 2023 Special Super Bowl correspondent. In her heartfelt remarks posted today to her 7 million followers, Paige reveals that despite all that she has going for her, fame, wealth, and great looks, fitting in has always been a challenge.
I've struggled socially my entire life. I've struggled in big groups of people, making friends, keeping friends, relating to other people, reading social cues, saying the right thing at the right time. It's just been really hard for me my entire life.
It's officially the most Googled dress in history. The revealing green Versace dress Jennifer Lopez wore to the Grammys a quarter of a century ago. Now it's back and still turning heads.
The most famous red carpet gown ever is back. Supermodel Amber Valletta is wearing the iconic Versace jungle print dress made famous by Jennifer Lopez 25 years ago. Photographers were stunned.
Oh, it's the dress. It's the dress.
This is the first time I've ever worn it on the red carpet, and so I'm just really excited to be in this magical dress.
The jaw-dropping gown was worn by J-Lo at the Grammys in 2000. The next year, she hosted Saturday Night Live and dropped her robe to reveal the dress. But it was Amber Valletta who wore it first on the Versace runway in 1999. And she looks just as stunning today at a fashion awards event in New York City, where she honored the dress's designer, Donatella Versace. The iconic gown still turning heads for a quarter of a century.
When J-Lo first wore the dress in 2000, it had a price tag of $15,000.
Next, secrets of the ER.
There are tips you should know to make your trip to the ER as painless and quick as possible.
Straight from an ER nurse.
There's a few simple things that you can ask yourself.
And, oh, what a night. Call him Sir.
Sir David Beckham.
Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim. We'll be right back.
Before you or someone you love heads to the emergency room, you need to see this report. Stephen Fabian has secrets of the ER straight from a veteran nurse.
Welcome to the pit. HBO's hit, The Pit, is all about what it's really like in the ER, a place nobody wants to end up.
I need a little help here.
But if you do face a medical emergency, there are tips you should know to make your trip to the ER as painless and quick as possible. Not many medical personnel know more about secrets of the ER than Nurse Katie Duke, a 10-year veteran at one of the busiest emergency rooms in the USA. She says the first secret to surviving the ER is to be prepared to wait.
You can expect to wait 4 to 6 hours, especially here in New York City, where the emergency rooms are very busy.
Her second secret, don't go alone.
The emergency room is like a sardine can. So bring your loved one, bring your spouse, bring your partner, bring somebody who's going to help support you through that visit, but don't bring the whole family.
Secret number 3, don't go if it's not a true emergency.
Here's a few simple things that you can ask yourself. 1, am I having a life-threatening issue? Am I having difficulty breathing? In cases like that, you always want to make sure that you treat that with urgency and go right to the ER.
Once you're in the ER, and if it's not a life or death situation, do your best to keep yourself busy and entertained as you wait all those hours to see a nurse or doctor.
The rooms do have TVs. However, you're not always going to be in a room, because sometimes you might be in the hallway in a chair. Then you got to rely on your cell phone. Always bring your charger to the ER.
Here are some other great tips. Have a list of all the medications you take and the dosage. Bring an eye mask to block out the harsh light. It'll help you sleep if you're admitted. Also, noise-canceling headsets to drown out hospital chaos. Bring snacks or food. You may not have access to the hospital cafeteria. And bring a blanket in case you get cold. Let's hope you never have to go. But if you do, knowing the secrets of the ER will definitely help.
It's estimated 150 million people go to the emergency room each year. When we come back, call him Sir David Beckham.
Sir David
If you bump into soccer icon David Beckham, make sure you address him as Sir David.
I dub thee Sir David Beckham. David Beckham is knighted by King Charles at Windsor Castle at a ceremony today filled with classic royal tradition.
Sir David Beckham.
He celebrated the high honor along with his wife, Victoria, who also designed his dapper 3-piece gray suit. Congratulations, Sir David.
Sir David Beckham.
What an honor. Now, Megan Alexander with today's Inside Deals.
Your home cleaner.
A not so itsy bitsy meltdown.
There's something on this girl's t-shirt.
Look on your sleeve.
It's a spider. She clearly doesn't like spiders.
Who does? We'll see you next time.